Doing? What's up? Thank you, Chill, for the resub already. 6 months? Subscribe for 11 months. Oh my goodness. Thank you so much, Chill. Nice to see you. Ketra, hello. Kaiburu, what's up? What's up? Hello, chatters. Hello, lurkers. Hello, VOD watchers. Yeah, what's going on? Ready to do some Umineko. Ready to get right into the mines of the cat thing. I've been doing pretty well today. My nose is a little stuffed up, so I hope like nothing bad happens during the duration of this. Like, I could very much see myself just becoming like completely like too ruddy or sick or something. I don't know if something's like creeping up on me or if I'm just like copacetic and like I just don't like it's just like a weird little nostril glitch of the day or something. But other than that, I'm feeling really, really good. How are y'all doing? Are you enjoying this weekend? No, we're now gonna get into Monday tomorrow, and I will not be able to stream tomorrow, but today I was feeling it. This is a very impromptu, I know. But like there's a lot of times where I just can't like plan ahead. I think I've talked about that before, but like, you know, I'm here. What's up, guys? Oh, here, let me fix the mic real quick just so you guys can hear me a little better. The music might be overpowering me. Give me 1 second. Okay, maybe that's better. Maybe that's better. Hello, guys. Oh, there we go. I got you on while catching up on uni. Oh my goodness, really? University work is definitely a nice one. I'm flattered that you guys choose to do work while I scream. That's a very powerful decision you've made for background noise. But thank you, thank you. Music has been really good today, guys. Like, I had time to kill, and I was just listening to a bunch of old hip hop today. Here, let me get on the screen. My little version of me on the screen, rather. Hey, guys. I was listening to a bunch of hip hop today because I realized that there's a lot of like just straight up music I have not given a try from like old hip hop. Like, I hadn't even listened to horrorcore yet. And I was just like, man, like I really need to go back into stuff. So like I already enjoyed Undone in Game Theory, and I was like, man, maybe I should go back and listen to Things Fall Apart, because I was thinking at the time, I was like, man, you know, Game Theory is really great. Maybe it's my favorite. And then I re-listened to Things Fall Apart, and I was like, oh my god, I'm stupid. Why am I dumb? This is definitely the best album. This is a great record. And there's so much like emotion and animated tension and like quality to the record. Some of their best hooks to date, and the very cerebral, maybe not cerebral, but like more thought-provoking nugget of confrontation that happens right at the end, the tail end of the record, with that like almost like diary told story thing. Oh man, great shit. Like, I was just like, man, this album's so good. And then I listened to like Grave, what is it? I think it's Grave Riz's like project that he had like with 2 other members, not Wu-Tang, but you know, I listened to that and I was like, man, this shit's amazing. So I was just hip hopping it up. I listened to like B, Common and stuff like that, more Chipmunk Soul. I was just like musicking it up. That was just my day, and it was just a really nice day. But then I was like, wait, I have enough time. Why don't I just Umineko? And then I felt bad because I was like, oh, I haven't let anybody know ahead of time. But you know what? You guys can suffer with me as I impromptu go into it. I just wanted more. I didn't care. I just want more. So yeah, I was my day was just very, very relaxed. As I had like a day off. I will not be able to stream the next 2 days, but I'm at least hoping Wednesday again, guys. So, you know, keep your mind open, keep your ears around, keep your fingers ready. I don't know. I don't know. But yeah. Also, yeah, I made out a post today. Maybe some of you guys are still commenting on it. I talked about like which Pink Floyd record you guys like, because I haven't really re-listened to Pink Floyd, but because of the Fantano video, and because of also like a friend of mine just yapping at me about like how they love Dark Side of the Moon, I was just like, I felt compelled to like ask people like, what is people's actual favorite. I was unsurprised to see that right now, at least, there's a lot of people pulling for Wish You Were Here, which, you know, fair. I think that's very fair. And then also, I think The Wall as well. The Wall and Wish You Were Here is surprisingly getting a lot of love, which I genuinely thought maybe there would be more Animals fans in the in my community. I guess not. I'm not a big fan of Animals. So I was like, all right, hell yeah. You know what? We get the same rhythm. Wait, am I offline? Hold on. Wait. Oh, shit. Okay. Maybe, I think we're okay. Hello, Fag. You're on episode 4. Oh my gosh, I hope you're enjoying Umineko Peak. I heard that it is great. Later on, I have almost full faith that I will like more of the stuff to come. Yeah, it said I was offline. I don't know what the hell happened. I was just like staring at it and it just went, I was like, boop, offline. It's like, excuse me, what? Anyway. I'm gonna be real, Chief. I haven't listened to Pink Floyd. That was someone else, like, someone else commented that, being like, I don't like Pink Floyd. Or like, I don't listen to Pink Floyd. And I thought that was very funny. People just have to remind me, they're like, why are you asking that? I haven't listened to it. Oh. Fair enough, guys. Old man rock and roll, you know? And so honestly, some of the sentiments of Pink Floyd are a little aged. I think maybe a little philosophically, a little liberally. But I think overall, like, there's a lot of like really good stuff cinematically, and just presentation and emotion and almost character study-esque, especially with like the wall. General sentiments of life, at least in modern day capital, in like Dark Side of the Moon. And like, you know, like Animals has things I really don't like about it, such as I really, really do not like the ending to Pink Floyd Animals. I think the ending to that one is very weak, but really great stuff overall. Like it's stuff that's like worth checking out if you want to get into prog rock or any cool theatrical music, you know, big theater music, you know. You only listen to Bochi, OST, or Poser? No, that makes you real. That makes you very real. Although Girls Band Cry, that's also got to be on your list if you want to be real. You want to be hashtag real again. You gotta do that one. Yeah, I haven't even done that. Shh. Shh. Keep it between us. But yeah, I've just been like musicing it up today on my own. For some people, they may think that's a little surprising, but like, you know, not everything is stream. Not everything is for stream. I do listen to music on my own, surprisingly. But it's been really, really nice. Guys, for Umineko, I'm excited because the music in this game is going to be good. And the most exciting part of getting into any new story is trying to find new tracks that you can steal and think about the story about. Like, that's like the greatest thing about anything that's like not a book. Because you get to just relive a moment over and over again, like while you're at work or doing something. So I'm very excited to get further into Umineko because the music has been very, very lovely. But I think I'm under the impression it's only going to get better from here. So, or tracks that I've heard are going to hit even harder given certain context. So I'm excited for that. Yeah, but this is our Yap Sesh. For now, we are going to get into the actual visual novel. There's not too much like I have to say aside from I actually learned some of the controls. I like looked up the controls. I don't know like how you guys feel about using the controls in Umineko. They are not intuitive. You kind of just have to fumble around and find out. But I actually looked it up, so I should be able to control everything from here on out, I think. So I hopefully there won't be any like bursting random buttons being hit while we're going from here. It's one of your 10 out of 10? Really? Oh my gosh, chill. That's awesome. A 10 out of 10. That is high praise. For me, there's not like too many like 10 out of 10 OSTs, honestly, because like there's a part of me that like thinks about, you know, listening to it outside of the game, but like inside of the game, you kind of have to like replay it all over again and see how it fits. Like some stuff just isn't album quality when it comes to soundtracks. Umineko seems to be something you can just play whenever, and you'll enjoy yourself. But like something like Earthbound, for example, the soundtrack to Earthbound is like incredibly cohesive, telling, and like really brings out like the vibes of surrealness and psychedelia. But like really like the circus quality, the tiny little fanfares, you can't just like put on an Earthbound you know, the whole soundtrack and just let it play. You're just gonna have these like little bits that don't mean anything. But with like Umineko, I think like you can just like probably play all of it, I'm sure. Don't play anything? You're gonna catch up? Okay, Kaiburu. I hope you enjoy it. You'll enjoy Peak. Oh. I think I have two 10 out of 10 OSTs. Umineko and Terraria. Terraria is a really interesting one. I'm not as like familiar with Terraria's music to like actually prompt it up, but I remember very vividly like opening the menu to Terraria, and it just blasts the fuck out of your your sound quality with a really beautiful melody, but like it's almost distractingly beautiful. It's like, what the hell? Oh my god, it's like a lot. Like you're trying to pick your character, and it's just going on. It's really really awesome. But I haven't heard more than that yet, so I gotta get there. But yeah, guys. Want to get into Umineko? Do you guys want to like start it up? Not as much as a yap session as the last one. That will historically go down probably as a certain stream for some people. But yeah, let's get into actual content. We don't have all night, but we will try to play as much as we can because I'm really feeling it. Kingdom Hearts 2? Oh wow, Kaiburu. I really like the Kingdom Hearts 2 soundtrack when they are produced by they're producing their own original music, when it's literally OST and it's not the cover songs. Because the cover songs just sound so I don't even know. Like there's that like Under the Water, Under the Sea cover that happens in Cage 2, and I'm just like, this, no, I can't believe this is happening. it's really 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 rough, but everything else like original to it, oh my god, amazing, beautiful music in Kingdom Hearts 2. I remember very very much like when Smash Ultimate released Sora into like the game. They played that simple and clean orchestrated version, and it's just like unbelievable. It sounds incredible. It sounds so good. Celeste OST. Oh, Celeste is a very good OST. I agree. That is very good. I'm not sure how much it would rank, but it's pretty damn high. Lena Rain, I believe, made it. She's really good. The battle themes, yeah. Any of the Disney soundtracks are not good. I wish they were, but they are sadly not well polished at all or executed. It's very strange. Because like they're willing to put them in the game because of the Disney licensing, but at the same time, I don't know. Well. Long time no see, Coxon. I hope you are doing well. Nice to see ya. I hope you like Umineko, because that's going to happen. Yes, I'm going to start it up, guys. Here, I'm gonna move this over. I'm sure you guys have been liking the music, maybe. Here we go. They haven't read it actually? Oh my gosh, Coxon. I don't know. It's pretty good. I hope you like it. Some people, like, I'm flattered by some people who are willing to enjoy a thing they don't know with me. It's really fun. Final Fantasy VII, that's awesome, Coxon. I love Final Fantasy VII. Also, also notably, one with a great soundtrack as well. Really good. I hope you play the remake as well, Coxon, if you're considering that. Okay, guys. Never heard of Umineko. Hope you're not confused. You probably will be, but that's fine. You probably will. Oh, nice. Oh, damn. Some of the best content is coming, Coxon. I can't wait. I hope you enjoy Rebirth. That Rebirth was my favorite game of last year, by far. Confusion and Umineko, I think we haven't hit like this part of pure confusion yet in Umineko, but you know what? I bet some dollars on it that it'll happen. There's like intended effects of like foreshadowing when like the little bean she's like looking out into the sky and she's doing like her child foreboding omen thing. But other than that, like not totally confused yet. We'll see. Oh, nice, Ketra. I hope you have fun with that. I'm very flattered. Also, hello, Miss Leafy. Hello. Okay, let's read, guys. Oh, now this is really exciting because if you guys haven't watched my previous streams, I said that I had experienced those chapters, like those little segments. I believe this is maybe still chapter 3 or 2. But like this section right here, chapter 3, I'm really excited because all of this is going to be completely new. I experienced those off stream and then on stream to like re-digest and get everything. This is all new. Oh. And I have very high hopes because I'm just kind of zeitgeist by osmosis, very hyped because a lot of people I know intimately love this story. And you know, I'm not afraid to buy into a little hype. I'm always gonna temper expectations, but like I'm very excited. Oh my god. Ugh. It's already been really great. Even like rereading has been super fun. Is this a voice visual novel, or do we get Hug's voice acting? You're not gonna... Look, you know, I don't think we're gonna see voice acting, okay? If voice acting counts as, the 4 of our cousins are enjoying our stories, just shooting the breeze. If you want to count that as voice acting, that's fine. Well, that's gonna be basically it, okay? That's about it, okay? I don't think you're gonna hear me sound like Bowser. I'm not. There's gonna be no Bowser Beatrice reading, okay? It's just I'm just gonna get it, okay? It's way too distracting. I'm going to distract myself trying to remember who's who. I can't do it. I remember I did something like that. You'll never find it, guys. I'm so sorry. I did something like that for Doki Doki Literature Club, and, well, it was a time. But yeah, guys, I'm gonna read this. We're gonna read this, and we're gonna get the new content. I think I put it out, actually, here, let me actually, put it on Blue Sky too, while I'm with you guys. We're gonna put a post out that we are indeed streaming the Umineko. Because I saw that there was a lot of people on Blue Sky who were interested as well. So let me put it in. Umineko. Here we go. Oh, this is such a lovely song. Oh my god. Reading it for the first time. I bet Beatrice will... How do you spell Beatrice? Will kill me. Endearing. Alright, here we go. And then I'll put a little Umineko. Umineko shot. Okay, here we go. Yes, okay. Put it out now. Hello, Claire. What's up? What's up? Great to see ya. Get ready for some raiding. Also, Bed Awards. Thank you for the follow. Welcome in. What's up? You got an 09 in your name. Big number. It's bigger than 08. Yeah, guys. I'm excited. Here, I'm ready to go. I don't know, like, is there anything, like, we could discuss from last time? I don't think so. I'm going to, like, not maybe find, like, big, giant binge sessions like I did last time, but we are going to go as far as we can. So let's do it. Okay, guys. Oh. Here, guys, I'll you know what? You guys want voice acting? I'll phone a friend to read some lines occasionally. If that, like, spices it up, I'll get some people and they'll read it out loud, alright? Maybe that'll work for y'all. Finding through searching for people who are streaming it? A challenging visual novel for sure, but your patience will be rewarded. I thank you. I mean, I'm very much under the case that the more that I give mentally, like the more that I theorize or try to, in good faith, think about Umineko, the more that I'm going to be genuinely, like, rewarded. That, like, if, you know, taking time, it's going to be like a longer series for sure. But I'm very excited for the prospect that I can just, like, know at a given moment that assuming more complexity will probably help a lot. So very, very excited for that. Man, even I've seen, like, okay, I've seen this Uminekoers a lot, and I would be totally fine with, like, you know, you guys leaving comments or whatever, or like what you guys think. But I've seen routinely that Umineko starts pretty poorly. And I don't know, like, if it's just by contrast because of better material later. Probably. But, like, I get the impression that people genuinely, like, try to, like, play this, like, you know, yeah, it's a little rough in the beginning, but it's fine. But I am not under the impression that it's been rough so far. I don't know if I'm alone in that, and I'm just like an enjoyer. But I have not seen the biggest problems with the story yet. And I've been having a really good time with it. So if you guys are like, if almost constant is that, yeah, people don't really like the beginning that much, I'm very excited. Because, or unless like I just hate it. Like, maybe you guys all love the stuff that I hate. No, I'm just kidding. That's probably not gonna happen. You think the beginning is great? Awesome. I would say it's more Ryukishi can drag out sections. He'll repeat himself a bunch and make sure you don't miss the point he was trying to make. Yeah, I've seen that a bit too, that, like, there can be a bit of redundancy or over-explaining or constant, I guess, like, hammering out clarity too much. And, like, I've seen this in, like, small dosages of just writing. it's happened mostly with like the little bean with her being like repeating the phrases back, being like, you know, if we just stand with each other, we'll be okay, you know? I've seen it a lot with like the little kid. But I haven't seen it so much that everybody talks that way yet. I haven't like really found it that egregious. I found it quite okay. But maybe there's like some stuff like coming up that like I don't necessarily vibe with. Now I'm totally open to just enjoying it. but we'll see. I've heard that take a lot, but it'll be fine, maybe. I listen, you know, here's the thing. I'm a JRPG fan, and if you know anything about JRPGs, they are notorious for that. They're notorious for really telling you the exact same thing over and over again. My favorite story, Final Fantasy XIV, has a bit of a song and dance that it sings and dances to quite a lot when it comes to, do you understand the theme? And I think like as long as like maybe some of the prose is fine and like it's handled in a like a particular way, I'll probably be okay with it. But yeah, I'm hoping it'll be alright. Ryukishi got his name from Final Fantasy V? Really? What? Oh shit, the lore. I didn't even know I was awesome. You know what? Hell yeah. You know what? The pipeline is real. The connection was made. That is very, very fitting then. But yeah, okay. Yeah, it seems like some stuff is like a little bit weaker for you guys, but overall it'll be okay. Again, if anybody has to comment more about if you guys like the beginning, I'm totally open to hearing about it. I'm just fascinated by it. Like, obviously don't lead too much. Don't give me expectations. Be like, oh yeah, characters will signal that they're going to die. Too much. Like, don't tell me stuff like that. Oh yeah, guys, yeah, don't get it too attached. Like, don't do anything like that. But yeah, like, like, I am curious what you guys think. Basically, Dragoon? Oh, it's a Dragon Knight. Oh, that's interesting, Claire. Oh, wow, he's such a nerd. Oh, man. Okay, well, awesome. We went from one nerd to the other. Alright, guys, I am officially going to read more now. I'm going to hit the button, and the line is going to go. So. Okay. The four of us cousins were enjoying our stories, just shooting the breeze. Anyway, there were both girls and guys here. Plus, we had people over a wide spread of ages. Adult, high school, and elementary school. Oh, okay. I said I wasn't gonna misclick anything. I just hit the scroll thing by accident. Oh my god, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Also, hello AJ, what's up? Hope you're enjoying. I am. I'm having a great time so far. It's kind of flawed in a few ways, but overall really strong foundation for the story that only gets better with recontextualization. Not the strongest art in the world, but a strong one to me. Yeah, I'm not even expecting this like beginning section to really like blow me out of the water, but like I think sentimentally and like theme-wise and general dynamics have been really well established. Like, one of my favorite aspects to the story so far is just how like the characters talk to each other, how they have like these little seeded past emotions with one another. I apologize for names, but I think it's like one of the cousins or something is like being like, oh yeah, don't say anything, or like how Battler feels about like his father and like how he kind of gives fronts to there, and just like how everybody talks and like how distinct everybody feels. I really feel like this strong kind of unkempt weird connection between all of them, and like even to be able to theorize about like some of the things that they've done or felt in the past has been just really, really nice, and it makes it feel so, it doesn't feel like it's so rich, but there's like a lot of stuff that alludes to it being a lot more dense, or like a lot more a lot more, yeah, just like I guess like a lot more to uncover, I guess. So yeah, I'm really excited for the recontextualization. I'm excited to get Final Fantasy 14. Like there's gonna be like a picture in the background, and I'm gonna be like, oh yeah, this like this thing here, this thing right here. You see this? I'm gonna be like, wow, guys. Oh, it was Beatrice the whole time. I don't know. But yeah, it's gonna be really fun. When I first read this material, it was like an unshakable sense of nostalgia, despite the fact I was completely unfamiliar with it. Yeah, no, I get a lot of nostalgia too, and I think like that's my like personal like life coming into it, maybe. There's just like a certain like what is it? I'm going to roundhouse kick you. Like lines like that I'm like, yeah, I've been to a family get together before. Like the way that they talk to each other. Oh man, just some of the like almost tense, almost silly violence, or like over exaggerations or something that are like maybe real or not real. But yeah, the extremes are very funny, and it reminds me of that, just general crazy shenanigans. But yeah, I'm very excited, guys. So I'm gonna read some more. Oh god. Talking about school, like they're talking about school, like there's just like even like this line here, or like even I guess like objects or past things that like they'll allude to like actual cultural modern stuff all the time, which again like just adds to world building, or at least relatability. I really like that a lot about Umineko so far. So it's been fun. Even if we just talked about our own lives, the other three kept listening attentively. Oh. Oh my god. Sorry, I'm like... Sorry, I'm like... Yeah, like it's way too soon for me to like actually be like so in love with Battler. But like, I'm like every time I see him, I'm just like, man, this character... I don't know if anybody, like, I don't know if, like, it's just, like, all in my head. Like, there's just, like, so much, like, I'm inferring too much. But I see Battler, and I'm like, no, I just love this character already. I do not care. I was like, I'm just, whatever journey we're going on, Battler, that's fine. He's a real man. He is! Look at him! He dresses very well, too. I think I'm getting used to all this. Jessica and Maria have grown more than I could have imagined in the past 6 years. To be honest, I was feeling a bit uncomfortable, but talking like this, I get that's on the inside. Nothing's really changed since back then. I agree. You haven't changed a bit even after 6 years. Even though your body's gone gigantic, you're still a kid inside. She's so cute. It's fucked up. Oh. I'm a kid too. She's so cute. She's so... it's rare that I find like a child just to be an actual child in fiction. She's so cute. I'm a kid too. I'm a kid too. Well, even you aren't going to be a kid forever, are you, Maria? I mean, you're gonna transform into a kid into a cute lady, aren't you? And when that happens, as a flat... Oh, I love Umineko. Oh, Battler, yeah, my favorite character, Battler. Oh, Battler. Oh, Battler, why did you say that? Oh, Jesus Christ, man. Battler! Battler! But, you know what? I retract my Leor. Oh, okay, honestly. Why did he... no, I can't... I'm not gonna even try to, like, mental gymnastics. He's just a freak, okay? He's just weird. He just says things like Araragi, it's fine, okay? He's just strange. He doesn't know better, alright? Thank God. Oh God. Yeah, you know what? He's not a saint. But a little bit of a sinner, it's fine. And he made it work. And he made it worse. And he made it worse. And he made it worse. And he decided he wasn't done yet. I was stupid to assume. Oh, Battler. No, it totally, it totally is, AJ. Like, it's... I want to get this off my screen right now. I'm gonna just press A real quick. Okay, there, okay. Whew. Okay. But no, it genuinely is, like, one of those things where... A little bit of, like... It's not a quality, but depravity or just weird... ways of talking or sensibilities really kind of like signals at the very least that this character is just weird and that they have a lot of things going on. But yeah, I have a lot of faith in Battler to really like to really take it out, that he'll be like really good. Touch of what? Nothing. Nothing, Wanderer. This is genuinely one of those moments where, like, it feels like your mom just walked in. Your mom walked in. What are you playing? Oh, man. All right. No, Maria! Oh, my God. Maria, don't say that bad. Don't promise that. She doesn't even think of it. She doesn't even know. Oh my God. Thank you, George. Oh, you know what? George is the best character right now. No, Maria-chan, you can't make that kind of promise. That's bad. Yes, George. Thank you, George. I promise, so I'll let him touch. Okay, all right. Do you guys like... I keep my promise. She's... Always keep them. Maria, you really are an earnest, good girl. He's such a freak, man. The Battler sprite is so... Like, the dude was, like, locked in. He, like, gets animated about it. Oh, my God. Maria, you really are earnest, good girl. The guy you marry is gonna be really lucky. Hey, stop trying to change the subject, making it sound pretty. Maria, that promise never happened. Never. The promise is canceled. Oh, she just feels bad about it. As I thought, with that Battler-kun in our little quartet, this group of cousins just didn't feel complete. These 6 years have been kind of lonely.
そうだな。
You know, honestly, when I think about George, I really do imagine, because like he's so put together. He's the character that everyone like props up as like, he's just like, he's the guy, you know, he's the king of the ring, right? But I really do wonder how maybe lonely George has been as well. I imagine like he probably has a good, maybe decent relationship with his pops, but I can't really tell. I feel like with his pops, there was like this like big like call to action to him to like really talk about like education and like being taught and stuff. That's like the only time he got serious. So I always wonder like how George is with that kind of like household over him. I don't know. I'm always like I always get afraid of like putting too much into what I'm thinking about George, but he's someone like I can't get a full read on, but like I would really love to see more layers to his type of study that he's done and like how he's gotten by. And like just that like line alone of it made me really think about it. Yeah, I don't know. They've really made I don't know why. I think Battler just like locked into being like, yeah, I'm gonna be a freak. Like ever since like he talked to Jessica, he's like, yep. Yep. I'm just gonna be shocking. I'm gonna say stuff. Like maybe a part of it is that he's just saying stuff that like he doesn't think Maria will remember. And he'll just get a reaction out of Jessica. I don't know. Very strange.
こういうふざけた話にはならなかったな。
We didn't really goof off like this.
でも
Still, we did have some pretty constructive conversations, right? Stuff about preparing for our future, exam taking, finding jobs. I'm so sorry. Now that I'm here, we just talk about stupid stuff and mess around. I am Live Sprout. Nice to see you. But I'm having more fun this year. Oh. That's true. I agree, this year's the most fun yet. Oh man, George, I don't know. Maria's sincere words probably spoke for everyone present. George Aniki stroked Maria's head and she giggled like a happy kitten. Oh, Shannon! Your meal is ready! The best one yet. Oh, man. I don't know. I'm gonna let it play out. A timid knocking sound and the equally timid voice of a young woman came through the door. Jessica answered brightly.
Shanna!
Oh, come in. You remember Battler, right? Jessica stood up from the bed and opened the door. Oh, I love her outfit so much. Like, her outfit is so cute. The steady servant girl who must have been about our age. It's been quite some time since we last met, Battler. It's nice to see you after 6 years. It's me, Shannon. Trembling a little as she noticed me, she bowed deeply. Oh my god, Shannon. She's so timid. And I have to wonder... Because Shannon's new, right? Shannon's new to her job. Okay, alright. Jessica had me surprised, but look at you, Shannon. You've turned into a total beauty too, haven't you? Please. If he puts his hands up. If this man puts his hands up, please. I swear to God. You are too kind. Still, the food on this island must have been really nutritional, huh? Oh my god. What are you eating and how are you training to get... I knew it. You know, I just knew it. You know, I just knew it.
ジェシカとどっち
And
ができ
okay,
るか
alright, okay, and then he did it.
確かめさせてもらうぜ
I know. You know, the thing is, and I still, like, okay, because we did talk about this. I did say that one of the things that I'm really betting on, for especially Battler, is that I really do see him as Araragi, and that, like, a lot of these things that he says, I think probably there's a truth to it. But I also wonder, like, if a lot of, like, his actions are hammed up for some reason because of whatever it is that he's, like, putting on. Because, like, that's the one thing that's, like, really keen with Battler is that he performs a lot, you know? I always get the impression that Battler's, like, performing. And I even see these parts of, like, being young and kind of, like, stupid that, like, you like to act insecure. It's something that I see, like, the youth do a lot, more than anybody. So, like, I really, you know, I'm just trying to say, this is the, you know, I know that this stuff is, like, infamous, probably, like, it has to be. But, you know, I'm still, you know, Battler, you're still in my science, you're probably my goat. I swear to God. Oh, okay. With both hands poised and saliva dribbling from my mouth, I closed in. Oh. Oh. Okay. For the sake of justice and my personal honor, I'd like to point out that I didn't suffer from some strange disease that makes my lymph nodes itch until I scratch my neck open, and which can only be prevented by fondling. Oh, God. Oh, he's... Why is he saying these things like a human being? Like, why would he say them? Why? Oh my God. What am I reading? This is just Battler style method of communication. If I slowly close in on her like, what is this turned into a, what is the music? Why is the music horrifying right now? No, I'm telling you. Oh, hold on, chat. I'm gonna do it right now. Have you guys ever... Have you guys ever... Hold on, watch this. I'm gonna tell you right now. Have you guys ever, like, played... Oh, wait, is it... Well, what is it called, actually? I'm gonna find it for all you... The remake? No! I'm not gonna play the remake. Hold on. I'm trying to... This is taking way too long. This is taking way too long. Hold on. If you played a different soundtrack to this part, if you played this, and you read the text just now, how much changes, chat? This is from Silent Hill 2, by the way. Man. Odds are 8 out of 10 that I get slapped and clobbered, right? So I can't use this Battler-sama original technique to spark a gag like that and break the ice. Okay, see, you know what I'm saying? There's that little bit of, you know, he's stupid. there's that little bit of like, yeah, I'm just gonna be fucking crazy. I'm insecure and I feel weird, and so I'm just gonna do this thing, okay? I'm legitimately, like, okay, I genuinely think this stuff is very cringe, and I think I would probably take a big guess that Ryukishi knows that. But I think at the same time, you know, it's a lot, but like, it's that kind of stuff where he's just like, yeah, of course, you know? Men, yeah, men. Yeah, it's a man moment. Oh my god. Like, he at least, at least he expects he'll get hit. But like, oh my god, dude. It's a different time, man. Well, well, it also means I really do get to touch them on that 1 in 10 chance, though, right? Like that ever happened. Oh my god! Whoa! Okay, can we... Camera, back up! Jesus! Oh my god. At this point, my hands were less than a centimeter away. A centimeter away? How? From Shannon's boobs. But the counter-strike had yet to come. She blushed and lowered her head in embarrassment when she realized what was going on. But she just stood there with both hands politely joined in front of her, not even trying to resist or cover. What? Whoa, I wasn't planning on this. Please hit me right now, or I'm seriously gonna. And was it Jessica? Yeah, it was Jessica, okay. Which is why I was glad that Jessica chose that time to drive her elbow into the back of my head. Okay, like, you guys see what I'm saying though, right? As much as I think... Cat, I'm so sorry. I feel so much like... I feel so much when people go, yeah, I came in, we're just out. There's a lot that goes on. But like, you guys see what I'm saying though, when I say that, like, I think there is like a lot of like psychological stuff going on with like Battler and like his whole thing of like him saying like he would want to be stopped, but he wanted more of like a reaction or something of like just maybe like how he sees himself. Like, I genuinely am very enthralled with him. I'm not gonna, I feel like I've made my point like maybe multiple times at the, now, but I just want to say that going forward, that like that is stuff that I still think about. Despite how fucking insane this shit is. Oh man. Like I want to like believe in the logic of it, you know? Oh, thank you so much, Jessica. Hi, Kat. Nice to see you. I hope I said hi. I don't know if I said hi. Why the hell are you thanking me? Seriously, my bad, Shannon. I almost got overwhelmed by your hypnotic chest. More importantly, anyone gets that close has got to be a molester. He's... I don't know, man. He's... Well, you know... you know what? He reminds me... He reminds me a bit of Sanji. He really does remind me a bit of Sanji in some ways. I don't know how many like of my One Piecers are here, but I do think about that. You gotta fight back when people do that. But you are an important guest, Battler. Shannon, oh, Shannon, like, this is really interesting for Shannon too. Now look here, a pervert's a pervert, whether he's a guest or not. Like, it's so, he's so, like, yeah, you were supposed to stop me. I wasn't actually thinking of doing it. Like, that is... Wow. You know? That is crazy. A girl's chest has got an air defense identification range of 10 centimeters or so. Once someone trespasses within 2 centimeters, it's already invasion of airspace. So you better scramble the jets immediately and give him an instant slap. Oh my god, dude. I can't do such a thing. Shannon! Yes, you can! So I got a teacher. Somebody's got a teacher. Because we are, furniture. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh, that is... That is really sad. That's not me, like, that is really sad. Like, they said that before, with the other guy, right? That he said the same thing. But we are furniture. Oh man, that is something. It makes me think of, like, a lot about Shannon's past as well. To, like, put yourself in this position. No, now my brain's kind of scrambling a bit. Of, like, why Shannon took the job? Of course she didn't want her breast touched, but if a guest so desired, she was prepared to sacrifice herself to suit their wants. A girl like this needs some urgent protection. To think such devoted girls still existed in this area. Oh my god, a little, you know, just a little bit of sprinkle of misogyny. Thank you, Valor. It's enough to make a man dizzy. But no. No! I'm coming at you with a perverted face again. Knock me down! Look out, pervert on the loose. This gag can't end until you deliver the punchline, so slap me. A little bit. Okay, it's a little bit. Okay, it's a little bit of a. It's a little bit of meta as well. It's like playing on like. It's actually like it's playing on like old shonen shit. Wild. Please. Hit me. I cannot fulfill your request because I'm furniture. But if it were an order, I'd obey you because that is my duty. I'll make it an order. Oh, yo, let's go, George! Next time Battler tries to touch your breast, counterattack with a slap. Got it? As you wish. From now on, that's what I'll do. This is such a... Please understand, Battler-sama. There's a lot of just like hijinks and like with the kids. Very strange. She announced this while bowing elegantly to me. Her expression was radiant. I gave her a thumbs up to show her I was fine with that. 6 years ago, you might have mistaken for a servant's daughter who lent a hand at your parents' work. But now you're a full-fledged adult servant. A servant's daughter who lent it. Okay. So they have a bit of a history of it occupationally. There's like a legacy. How long have you been working here? Well, I've had the pleasure of serving this household for 10 years. 10 years! Oh my god, I got that completely wrong. Shannon's 10 years? I thought Shannon was new. 10. Oh, that's wild. Now I don't know what to think. That's interesting. Child labor? Yeah, no, Shannon would have been young, right? How old is Shannon, guys? Is that a spoiler? Actually, if that's a spoiler, don't tell me. How old is Shannon? Oh my god. The kanji for her name is read as Shannon. Now here's another name that's far from typical for a Japanese person. Back in the day, I was a kid myself, so I accepted her name without paying it much attention. Thinking about it now, though, her name's pretty unusual, even though she's not a member of the Ishinomiya family. Maybe it's like a servant's professional name or something? If so, that might explain why her name's so similar to Kanen-kun, that kid I met earlier in the Rose Garden. She's a long-term servant who served here since she was 6 years old? Oh, wow. You've been doing this job since you were 6 and calling yourself furniture? Oh my god. That is crazy. Because like her family was servants, right? Or mother, father? What the hell? Her parents had changed so much that I couldn't match her to a person of my memories, but we both knew each other 6 years ago. So she'd be like 10, maybe? You need to send Shannon some books on unionization? True, chill. What did they teach her? That's what I'm like thinking. Like, really, really fascinating. That shy part of her had always been there, but she did seem to have developed the allure you'd expect a girl her age. Okay, dude, come on now. Yes, her breast. Yes.
さっき会ったカノ君は彼女の弟なんだよ。
The kid we met earlier, Canon, is her little brother.
弟というわけでは。
Oh, okay. He's not exactly my little brother.
でも、私のこ
Still,
と
he
を姉と慕ってくれ
loves
ま
me
す。
like a big sister.
何か失礼なことは
He
し
didn't
ませんで
cause
し
you
た
any
か？
trouble, did he?
相変わらずいつも
He's the
通り
same
だ
as
ぜ。
always.
もうちょっと愛想よくすればいいのに
If
な。
only he was just a bit more
もったい
sociable.
ないやつ。カノン君がご迷惑をおか
I
けしたので
apologize if he's caused you any
申し
trouble.
訳ございません。
別に迷惑なんか何も。
Nah, he didn't cause any trouble at all.
同じ男としてわかるさ。
As a
ありゃ
fellow man, I
難しい
understand
年
how
頃だ。
moody you can get at that age. He's really like emphasizing his relatability again.
愛想が悪いのは
It's no
当たり前だ
surprise
ぜ。
he's unsociable. I get called that all the time too. I get called unsociable. By who? Just like Canon. You aren't unsociable at all,
愛想
Maria.
悪くなんかありません。
Maria does not seem unsociable. So who's telling her? Maybe other kids?
一緒が良かった。
Wanted to be like him?
そう。
食
Dude,
事
the
の
way
準
she
備ができたん
pouts
だっけ？
is so cute. You said the meal was ready, right? Oh, yes.
失礼いたし
I'm
ました。
sorry.
お食事のご
Your
用意
meal
が
has
整い
been
まし
fully
たので、
prepared, so please
皆
allow me
様
to
をお
guide
屋敷
you
へご
to
案内いたします。
all to the mansion. Yes, Sprout. I don't know if I want to be like too quick on like assuming too much about Shannon, but like I would say that my imagination is 100% going wild, and that there's a really high chance that I look at some of these events with like new eyes later, and it's gonna wow me potentially. But yeah, Shannon bowed again formally and returned to her duty mode. We realized that if we had her stick around for any... Oh, jeez. Stick around for any more light conversation. Illuminous, thank you for the resub for 12 months. Oh my god. Hello. You just said hi, Hugs. Thank you so much. Nice to see you, Lumi. Okay. Oh, gee. It would actually make it harder for her to do her job. Yeah, that is a full year. Yeah, that's a full year. Oh, I didn't even... Yeah, thank you so much, Lumi. Oh my god, a full year? Thank you. Jeez. It would actually make it harder for her to do her job. We got up off our butts to avoid interfering with her work any further. So shall we go to the mansion? Everyone's probably hungry, right? Yeah. I'm really looking forward to Goda-san's food. The guy apparently a chef at this famous hotel, so he's super good at cooking. I can't wait. Let's go, Maria. We're gonna stuff ourselves like pigs. Stop. You see, like, okay. I'm sure you guys are right when you say that there's like repeated dialogue. I always love it when Maria repeats dialogue. It's the cutest thing in the entire world. I adore it. No, you can't take everything Battler-kun says seriously, okay? Because he's always joking around. Okay, let's go. Under Shannon Chan's guidance, we headed towards the mansion. Come from the dorms to here. Oh, very lovely shots once again. Oh, are we getting more shots actually? Oh, that's the this is the title screen, I believe, isn't it? Am I crazy? There's like a little archway here. This is a nice, like, I guess place to like look outside, like onto the balcony. Met once again by the magnificent rose garden, we continued onward as the intimidating mansion on the Ishiramiya family, head family came into view. I love like the light and stuff actually. That's kind of like dimming down. Oh, sorry, not beaming down. It had apparently been built shortly after the war, so you could feel the dignity of an almost half-century hanging about it. The building was gorgeous on the surface, but old as it was, equipment such as its AC and heating were apparently quite frail. According to Jessica, mid-winter was especially tough. What with all the drafts. Haven't these people ever heard of Kotatsu? Oh, true, I guess. Oh, is that it? Wait, what is going on? Oh, yo, wait! Oh! That is a really interesting directing decision. Because, like, that's been, like, how you start the game and end it. And then it happens... Oh, what is this music? Hold on. Oh, sorry, I'm like... Oh my god! Oh my god, do you guys hear this music? Oh, Jesus! Sorry, it always scares the shit out of me. Oh my god. Thank you, Violet Stargazer. Thank you for the resub. I don't know. Oh my god, wait, a hype tray, why? Sorry, it's making so much noise. I have to fix this. Thank you so much. Finally catching a weekend stream again? Yes. I'm glad that I'm able to actually stream on the weekend. I've been really busy a lot of the time. Oh, and, hey Alex, what's up? Doing work, have to go out, but wanted to shout a quick hi. Oh, yeah, thank you. I hope work goes very well. I am having a great time so far. Right now, like, this presentation, oh my god, who is doing these violins? This is beautiful. Oh my god, what? As we entered the entrance hall, an aged servant greeted us. Now him I remembered. Genji-san, who had been working here longer than anyone, filled the role of head servant. That is so fascinating that we're greeted with Genji. You know, it makes sense. The servant. And how much he might take his role as furniture as well. He'd been working longer than anyone, filled the role of head servant. Battler, it's been quite some time since we last met. Oh man, he has like, I don't know if you guys hear it, but like, I think he has like the voice. I always think of like Kide from like Fate Zero. Like just that big bass voice. As our eyes met, he greeted me with a calm, composed voice. His bow wasn't as graceful as Rosina's Goda's, but despite its simplicity, it communicating his feelings very well.
Genji-san, 本当にお久しぶりっす。
Genji-san, it really has been a while.
お元気そうですね。
You look well.
おかげさまで
Thank you. I have been quite
過
well.
ごさせていただいております。
Oh. The
バト
ellipses
ラ
are.
様こそご
And
立派に
Battler
なられ
sama,
ました。
you become a splendid young man.
親方様の若き日
Oh
に
wow, like
少
these
し似て
pauses
こられ
here.
ましたな。
You're beginning to resemble the master in his youth. Oh, wow. Oh, man. Oh, sorry. This music is fucking me up right now. Wait, hold on. But this is like... I like that there's this like sense of sentimentality from Genji. Just being able to resemble maybe the master of who he remembered back in the day. Maybe somebody else. And maybe there's like a particular sting to that. And maybe that's why like the bow isn't as graceful as it could be as well. Just because he's seeing the master again some other time. Oh, I don't know. Oh, that is really interesting. Yes, no, the music has been great, Alex. Yeah, I am definitely looking forward to Shujo. It's been phenomenal so far. As soon as like you got to the prologue, I've been really excited and liking it a lot.
俺がじい様に
I look like grandfather?
ってことは、さぞやじい様は若い頃モテたろうな。
Guess that means grandfather was pretty popular with the ladies when he was young.
ここからはシャノンに代わって
From here on, I shall take
私が
Shannon's
ご
place
案
and
内申し上
accompany
げ
you.
ます。
He did not reply to that.
どうぞこちらへ。
Please come this way. Shin and Chin bowed deeply and watched us leave. After that, we headed towards the dining room under Genji's guidance. Just like Kumasawa, stood in stark contrast to us young people who had grown beyond recognition over the last 6 years. His appearance was exactly the same as in my memories from 6 years ago. It was as though time had stopped since the last time we met. Genji was an extremely quiet, diligent person. He was basically grandfather's close aide or caregiver. And you might even call him grandfather's companion of many years. Oh. In fact, it seems he was grandfather's side even more often than my late grandmother was. There's not too much to say, but I have a lot of interest in Genji right now. According to Jessica, grandfather trusted him more than any of his blood relatives. But I wonder how long he served. I never got the details, but I heard something about him being here since the very beginning, when this mansion was first constructed. which would mean that he's dedicated half his life to serving here. Gosh. The way that, like, a job, like, that is basically, this is his life, you know? Maybe not even half of his life. This is his life. It's easy to see why he's so trusted. As we passed through a massive hall that extended up into the second story of the mansion with no separating floor, I spotted something that hadn't existed in my memory of 6 years ago. What was that? Oh! Wait, what? Wait, you didn't recognize? Oh, it's her. Oh wait, this music. Holy shit, the aura. It's just a picture. Okay. It was an awfully big portrait hanging right in front of the stairs that rose to the second floor. Yeah, there is like an eerie vibe with the Genji. Emotionless? I actually don't know if I say that he's emotionless, but like emotionless maybe in a like he's holding back kind of way. That's like sort of what I get from him. And yeah, like the servants, like learning about the servants informs a lot. But holy shit! I'm sorry. Hold on. I gotta calm down. Oh, jeez. Okay. Without thinking, I stopped walking, captivated by it. Damn, like look at it. There's like a little thing over here. 6 years, wasn't here 6 years ago. Since I stopped Soros, Maria was following behind me, ran into my back. Oh no! Oh, sorry.
No, Jessica.
Hey, Jessica. Has this picture always been here? I pointed at the big, prominently displayed portrait in the hall. Everyone else stopped too. Oh, right. When you last came here, that hadn't been hung yet, had it? When was it again? Well, if my memory doesn't fail me, it was put on display sometime around the year before last. Oh wow, Genji. You are correct, sir. In April of the year before last, the master put it on display there, having previously ordered a painter to create it. Grandfather did that? So he paid to have it painted just for him, huh? The portrait suited this Western mansion, and that woman in the elegant dress gave off a sense of refinement. I couldn't have guessed her age, but her eyes sharp and the strong will she seemed to possess made her look youthful. She seemed somehow different from the composed, middle-aged woman you often see in famous pictures. God, this music is making me so enthralled and intense. It's really getting like a lot of emotion out of me. If she had normal... Jesus, oh my god. If she had normal black hair, I might have assumed it was a portrait of my long-deceased grandmother in her prime. However, she had beautiful blonde hair and didn't look Japanese at all. So, just who is this lady? Oh my god. Dude, this music is driving me crazy. Maria answered that simple question enthusiastically, as though proud she knew the answer. I know! She's Beatrice. Bea what?
ベアトリーチェ。
Beatrice.
魔女だよ。
She's a witch. Oh.
バトラ君は昔聞かされたことない？
Didn't you ever hear stories about her long ago? And this sprite that they're using for George as well.
魔女
A witch?
ってこの島の
You mean the witch of this island? I think I had already said this, but Rokenjima is a small island only 10 kilometers in the circumference. However, it's actually pretty massive considering that only the Ishuramiya family lives here. So only the harbor and the area around the mansion were set up to be lived in. Right. It was like only for that. Beyond that, the island remained as untouched as it had been uninhabited. The vast and empty forest had absolutely no lights, phones, or people passing through. To understand how dangerous that is, you need to forget your common sense as a city dweller. After all, if you happen to fall down a hole in the depths of the forest and sprain your ankle, no one would come to save you, no matter how much you cried or screamed. They're really emphasizing the strength of the premise here, or the of how, like, what it would take to even set this all up, right? Then once the sun went down, the forest would be wrapped in complete darkness, since there were no streetlights, and since there were no signs, it'd be easy to get lost and confused, losing your sense of direction inside that dark forest. Nowadays, most people see a forest as a peaceful place, but to the people of the bygone eras, before the light of civilization drove out the night, forests are geographically separated from civilization as the sea. Oh my god, this prose is really good. Oh my god. And I love, like, this narration that I am still assuming is from either future or present Battler. They were oceans above the ground. Fishermen who got out into the ocean are putting their lives at risk despite technical knowledge. In the same way, hunters who go out to the forest are in danger, despite having specialized knowledge of their own. If children were to go play in such dangerous forests, something terrible might happen. Someone's parents must have thought so. Maybe grandmother first said it, or maybe it was grandfather himself. Or perhaps the story has been passed down on this island since ancient times. Yeah, no, there's an amazing sense of atmosphere just with the music and, like, the reaction as well, just from Battler. Like, I think, like, it's, like, really aligning with the tone of confusion, with a sense of mystery and, like, almost something scary about it, you know? It's really evoking a lot. Like, even, like, these little bit of distant industrialisms is just fascinating. It's something cold, something very cold about it. As if, like that is a crazy, like, little... Oh man, it's like an unsettling realization about this, like, music. It's so crazy. There's a terrible witch in the forest, so you must not go in. At some point, this ghost story of Rokenjima was born. This is the legend of Rokenjima's witch. That's why, when we talk about a witch on this island, we're referring to the master of that vast, savage forest. Come to think of it, when I stayed at this mansion as a little kid, during these eerie nights, when the wind and rain pounded on the windows, I remember being terrified by a story of the forest witch who roamed around searching for human sacrifices. So Beatrice. When Anaki mentioned it, I searched my memory and I was sure I recalled hearing a name like that when I was little. Oh.
なるほどな。
That's interesting. That like there's the story of Beatrice, like just the witch of the forest, but then there's the actual name that is like not as well known. I see. Still, I totally forgot that the witch in that legend had an elegant name, like Beatrice.
とんと忘れてたぜ。じいさまめ。
So did grandfather go out of his way to have a portrait made just so because we grandchildren didn't believe the story?
じいさまの妄想の中の魔女だよ。
She's the witch from grandfather's delusions.
この絵を掲げた
Ever
頃から
since he had this picture
現実と
hanged,
幻想の区
he's
別
been
がつ
having
か
a
なくなり
harder
始
and
め
harder
た。
time telling the difference between truth and fantasy. Oh my god. Oh. There's nothing that excites me more in a story that says, yeah, truth and fantasy. In fantasy? Oh man. That's like the thing that painted the whole prologue, right? With him like reacting the way that he was, and like how much because we don't know how much Genji knows, or like is even able to say really. But man, just to be able to watch that it would be so hard.
私たちにとっては想像の中の魔
To
女に
us,
過ぎない
she's
け
just a
ど、
witch that exists in grandfather's mind, but to
彼女はこの
him,
島にい
she's
る
a being
存
that
在。
exists on this island. Exist.
だから、
He says he had this
それを理解する
painting
ことができ
made
ない
because the
私た
rest
ち
of
にも
us would
分か
be
るよ。
incapable of
あの絵を描
understanding
かせたっていうんだけ
otherwise.
ど。
Oh, wow. Wow, what? I'm still thinking about the things that he said that are left undone in the prologue. I'm really, really fascinated by that. And like maybe this is one of the things. I don't know. A signal, a sign. But it's also like there's it's worship. Like we know that it's worship predominantly. The whole thing's creepy as hell.
お嬢様、
Milady,
親方様にとって
this
は
portrait
大
is
切な
precious
肖
to the
像画です
master.
親方様の
I
前
beg of
で
you, do not
そ
say
のよう
such
におっ
things
し
in
ゃら
front
れ
of
ること
him.
がございませんよ。
分かってるぜ。
I know.
頼まれても言わねえ。
Even if you didn't tell me, I never do something like that. Man. I'm thinking, even thinking of Jessica and George, because George has been here too, right? Oh man, I don't know. Jessica glanced at the portrait with an irritated gaze before turning
行
away.
こうよ。
Let's go.
食堂にみんなを待た
We're
せてる
making
よ。
everyone wait in the dining room.
お腹すいた。
Dude, we were just gonna go get eats, and now it's like tense. It's tense even before you talk to your family. Oh, wow. Only a small portion of this island was controlled by the Ishiramiya family. All of the lawless remainder was the domain of the witch, Beatrice. You might even call her the true ruler of Rokenshima. Okay. I felt a faint revival of that unsettling sense of misfortune, which I'd felt when I learned the tutelary god shrine being struck by lightning. And I remember that Kuwasama-san tried to tell an ominous story about Rokenjima before Jessica stopped her. Oh, that's what it was. Yeah. I don't know what she was planning to tell us about this island, but I do know one thing. It isn't the Yushiramiya family that rules Rokenjima. Okay. It's the witch Beatrice. Okay, that's actually a repeated line for sure. That's right. After all, this is the witch's island. Battler. You're slow! When I looked around, everyone was already heading towards the dining room. I hurriedly chased after them. Man, that is a really interesting scene. We walked up to the huge double doors that led to the dining room. So, like, now that I'm thinking about it, because I was really shocked by the fact that Battler didn't know. Battler's kind of, like, been out of the loop. I've known that 6 years. But the picture was only put up last year as, like, he's getting closer to death. Which is making me, like, think a lot more about, like, why, out of all times, now would be the time to make a picture. Like, maybe just getting more desperate. Maybe it has something to do with, like, more of his complacency, maybe. Not to do more. I don't even know. But man, that was just like, that was so, like, the music did so much there. The story, that was fascinating. We walked up to the huge double doors that led to the dining room. Okay. Oh, get a little bit of Foley editing. I have brought the children. Please pardon the intrusion. The doors were open and we were invited inside. Dude, this, like, that, the way that is done, do I have goosebumps? No. I just think I'm so excited by it. Oh, man. The dining room, which looked exactly like you imagine a rich person's dining room to be, had a super long table that was obviously positioned with no purpose other than to make the guests conscious of their rank. Our parents were already sitting in accordance with that ordering. You're late, brats. Hurry up and take a seat. The old bastard pressed us to sit. The only gaps in that group of people were spots that were supposed to sit, which only made us feel our tardiness all the more. The seat at the head of the table, called the incipient's chair, was for the most highly ranked, reserved for grandfather. Oh, okay. We're gonna see him. It was still empty. He was probably wanted to show up for dramatic effect. Something that, like, Battler maybe can relate to. A little bit of drama. From the perspective of someone facing the incipient's chair head on, the seating order went from left to right, with the lower ranking seats progressing in rows of 2 further away from it. So the left-hand side of the first row, closest to the incipient's chair, was where the Uncle Cross should have sat, since he was the second highest in rank. Very interesting that they have, like, this hierarchy system as they sit. It looks like he hadn't arrived yet, so the seat was empty. Well, okay, yeah. Across from his chair on the right side of the first row sat the eldest daughter of the family, Aunt Ava, who was the 3rd highest in rank. The left-hand side of the second row was the 4th highest in rank. And that was them, you know. There sat my damn dad, Rudolph, the 3rd of the siblings. Across from him, on the right side of the second row, sat Aunt Rosa, the youngest sibling. At this point, you might expect their husbands and wives to come next. But nope, the left-hand seat in the 3rd row, rank number 6, belonged to Jessica. Opposite was her, George Anaki. I sat next to Jessica, and Maria sat across from me. Okay, we're just getting a little bit of the hierarchy so far. Oh, and this big damn cello. Oh, it's so beautiful. Then finally, next to me on the left-hand side of the 5th row, sat Aunt Natsui, the 10th highest in rank. Opposite her was Uncle Hideyoshi. In the 6th row, the final seat at the left-hand side, sat Kairi. The seat opposite to Kairi was empty, even though silverware had been set there and everything. According to the ranking system, that spot was where Aunt Rose's husband should be sitting. Even though he wasn't supposed to be coming, his place was made up. Normally, ranking systems of this sort give spouses equal positions as their partners, but the Ushiramiya family system was unique. Maybe it's a remnant of the male chauvinism. Oh, really? Okay. Chauvinism. If you start with the assumption that a woman's womb is just something to be borrowed, then the children of direct descent would come first. Oh, I see. Yeah, there's just like, the sitting order is strange because of that. Oh, I see. Directly followed by the grandchildren, right? More male pro. In other words, spouses had no blood ties and are therefore placed at the end of the line. It's terrible, but this system, my grandfather would be ranked even lower than me. Oh, my grandmother, sorry, would be ranked even lower than me. Jeez, man. Men. This is another man moment. If she were still alive, in their youth, they obey their father after they got married, their husband after aging, their children. There's the old saying, women have no home in any realm. Oh my god. Jesus. No realm in any home. Wonder what this... Oh man, what does this mean for... Like, I say this, but like, I wonder what this means for Beatrix. Oh, I don't know. Like, because I'm under the assumption that Beatrix, like, actually is the most important, right? And so this whole, like, almost old, archaic, very male-dominant, like, little ranking system that I have here, that all the kids really know. Like, they've been taught this stuff. How does that play? You know? Because I'm almost under the assumption that maybe Beatrice has been a part of this for a long time. But I don't know. Interesting. Long ago, when I was still incapable of figuring this all out, I thought it was so great that we could all just chat in our little groups. Adult siblings with adult siblings, and cousins with cousins. However, now that I can re-examine the sitting order after growing up a bit, it stirs up some very complicated feelings in me. Oh, Battler. Oh my god. Aunt Natsui was married to the eldest son, who was the de facto number 2 in managing this family, sat to my right, which meant that she was 2 steps lower than me in the ranking order. It was hard to imagine what might be going on inside her heart. That's why I had the smallest apologetic gesture towards her before sitting down. Oh, that is so... I love, like, every time we get into, like, the internal thoughts of Battler, they're so fascinating. And so, like, sentimental. Like, I really love, like, his framework. How nice to see you, Battler. You've grown quite tall, haven't you? Yeah.
食ったり食べたり食事したりしてたら
years of eating well, sampling various cuisines and deriving sustenance from Mother Earth's bountiful gifts. Hard work, but I pulled through. like all these like weird like I love like how vulnerable, like you guys feel it too, right? Where like it's just there's so many vulnerable things that come out of Battler, like just from his internal monologue, but outward he's so different, you know? Oh man, Battler, man, he is so fascinating.
さすが男の子ね。
Growing just like a boy, I see.
身長はいくつく
How
らい
tall
あ
are
る
you now?
180かな。
I guess about 180 centimeters?
つうかおばさん。
But Aunt Natsui, that's where you're supposed to say heck. Sounds like you're all you did was eat. Huh?
あ
Oh,
あ、
I'm
ごめんな
sorry.
さいね。
After a short pause, she did laugh at me, but it seems she couldn't quite figure out what she was supposed to be laughing at. Oh. This woman is Aunt Natsui. She's the wife of the eldest son of the family, meaning she's my father's older brother's wife. It is simpler if I just call her Jessica's mother. It feels bad to say it like this, but while I didn't exactly dislike her, I didn't particularly like her either. She hardly ever spoke with the kids, and all my memories of her involve her talking to adults about complicated things with a scary look on her face. She also strikes me as who is it? Who is Jessica? Who's Jessica's father? I get the feeling that Natsuhi knows a lot or goes through a lot, and she just can't say it, you know? Oh, the ring sound effect means a character showed up in the character menu? Oh, I had no idea. Do you guys, should I read those? Should I read the character menus? Yeah, there's a really stark contrast between Battler's inner thoughts and how he acts. It's like very, very obvious to me every single time. Yeah, for real? Okay, here, let me try and open it up. Characters. Oh, here. Oh, actually, this is perfect. This is exactly answers my question. Okay, let's see. Natsui. Oh, here we go. Oh, we don't know the father. The character bios are a pretty integral part of the experience. IMO. Oh, okay. The bios. Okay. Yeah, let's read some of these. Actually, I had no idea. I thought it was just like this cute way of being like, here's a character introduction. But yeah, let's see this. Let's start with Natsui. Ishiromiya Natsui, Cross's wife, manages the household of the Ushiramiya head family in the place of her husband. Oh, who takes little interest. Ooh. Just like handing basically her the work. For this family conference again, she was the one who took charge of making all the preparations and arrangements, possesses a strong sense of responsibility and a great deal of pride. Yeah, for sure. However, neither her husband nor his siblings understand her very well, so her position is far from inviolable. Yeah, like I was feeling that is Natsui like feels very alone, and that's like why I was talking about how like I wonder like I was thinking about the husband and like what she's gone through. She herself, it's maybe it's almost fitting, but she herself almost feels like she's furniture. Well, not furniture, but like she's just like a device, you know? For whatever the will or the family needs, despite her still being ranked lower. Oh, I don't know. Like, that is really sad. Nobody knows her. Oh my god. Like, they just know of her. Oh my god. Oh. Okay, let's look at Jessica. Cross and Natsui's daughter. Oh yeah, Cross is the name. In the absence of any irregularities, it is thought that she will eventually inherit the headship of the Ushiromiya family, or rather her husband will. She seems to have no interest in all of this. Born with weak bronchi and sometimes assailed by sudden asthma attacks. Oh! I don't know if this was talked about. There's no more, right? Oh, sorry. I meant like, I was trying to see if there was like anything to flip through. Don't answer this, guys. I don't want to know, but like, I'm almost curious if this is going to expand with every like time we get to learn more about the story and like more about them. I wonder if this actually gets longer. Bronchitis. Oh yeah, bronchitis. You're right. Maybe that, yeah, that's contributory to like maybe asthma. Oh, very interesting. It's interesting. Jessica and her, like Natsui, don't really have an interest here, but Natsui is like, she's doing it anyway. Like she is taking on that role. Yeah, let's see. Ava, yeah, let's look at Ava. Kinzo's second child. Hostile towards her brother Cross and opposes him in almost everything, from issues dealing with the family fortune to the question of who will succeed the family headship. Normally, she would have lost her place in the Ushiromiya register upon her marriage, but she managed to forcibly overcome this by having her husband take her family name. Oh. So like they made a concession with what's his name? Hideyoshi, right? I don't know if I can glean too much from this, but this like here, like between Cross, it poses in almost everything, and like not even gesture, like it's a fortune, how the family will succeed. She also seems to possess like a really strong, she has a strong opinion on everything, it seems like, and she says it in a very snide and like passive aggressive manner. Second child. Alright, let's look at Hideyoshi. Ava's husband took his wife's name upon their marriage and was welcomed into the Ushiromiya family. Therefore, he does not possess the spiteful Ushiromiya genes, and his bright smile is very refreshing at the family conferences. Yeah, he's very notably different in a way. He started his business. Oh wait, there's actually wait. Is there more? I see these arrows now. No, there's not. Okay. He started his business from scratch and now works as the president of the company operating medium-sized restaurant chains. Apparently business is soaring and things are going extremely well. When did they get married, I wonder? Does it say when? Because time is a really important part of like this story immensely. I don't know. I'm just thinking a lot about how Hideyoshi, who is this like businessman, and he's like pretty jolly. I would say he seems like a jolly man, but like when it comes to like certain rules, he can like kind of lock in. How much that is played maybe on George? Eva and Hideyoshi's son, an affable young man liked by everyone in the family. He is currently studying as an assistant from his father's company, and it seems he dreams of making it on his own one day. The oldest of the four cousins, he acts as their leader and are arbiterator? Like an arbiter. Arbiterator. George, you're so fast. Like, there's all these, like, little things about George, and I cannot wait. We're gonna look at Rudolph, Kinzo's third child. Along with his sister, Ava, he intends to make his voice heard during the family conference to prevent their elder sibling Cross from keeping all of their father's wealth for himself. Lost his former wife, Asumi, 6 years ago. Yeah, that was when Battler went away. And married his current wife, Kairi, straight after that. Oh, I see. It was immediate. Like, he was, like, trying to patch it. And maybe that, like, also signaled to Battler that, like, he didn't care. Being younger as, like, Battler was. And, like, maybe that's the emphasis on calling him bastard and stuff like that. Oh, I don't know. Their relationship is very fascinating to me. Kairi. God, she looks so fly. Rudolph's second wife. They had been business partners for a considerable length of time before the passing of his first wife, at which time she openly took the position. They were business partners. Okay. Served as Rudolph's right hand in several shady pieces of business, guiding them to success. Quick thinking and deeply trusted by her husband. I get the impression, guys, like I'm really fascinated by, like, a lot of these characters, but, like, I'm really fascinated by the, like, the moms and, like, their stories in this and, like, how they have to adapt, because, like, there is, like, this whole predominant male thing going on with the family and seeing how the women have to adjust. I'm really like, maybe that's my bias. maybe that's my bias, chat, but, like, I genuinely, like, am really interested in how they're going to show more of their perspective. Well, they show a lot of their perspective just, like, now, but even more so later. Oh, now I'm gonna click on our freak. Battler. Ishiromiya Battler, the son of Rudolph and his first wife, Asumi. Turned against his father 6 years ago when he married his second wife. Right when he married his second wife. Immediately after Asumi passed on, he went to live with his grandparents on his mother's side. However, both these grandparents passed away, and he has now returned to the Ushiromiya family after 6 years. This family conference is a chance for him to renew his friendship with his cousins after a 6-year gap. Battler, we were talking about it before, like, of the whole performative thing, but, like, I also, like, yeah, he's also trying really hard. He's just trying very hard. Man, this story is so cool. This premise, I love the premise of this story so much, genuinely. Just all the drama is really fascinating. Let's look at Rosa. Kinzo's fourth child, by far the youngest of the 4 siblings. It seems that this gives her a weaker position at the family conference. She manages a design company, but she has yet to start taking it seriously. Its financial situation is far from favorable. The youngest, it seems that it gives her a weaker position. It makes me wonder, for some of the people who maybe have been in this longer, how they feel. And I feel like there's, like, a chance that we might get Rosa being maybe more of a deviator. I think maybe something signaled that when they were talking to Shannon, actually. Yeah, no, it's no, that's exactly right, Ketra. The especially after like the dining table, like talking about the seat arrangements, I find this very fascinating. And I like that Ryukishi even kind of acknowledges that, and like with Battler's character, gives him like this like perspective. I don't like not saying that Ryukishi is like being Battler or anything. Probably not, but I would just say like I think there is definitely if people have talked about it earlier, there's like a lot of clear intent to seed stuff that is going to be explored later, and like having this kind of like really emphasized in the way that it is here, it makes me very excited later on. I know like that may sound like potential maxing, but like I have a lot of stocks in that right now. The situation is not as favorable as it could be. I wonder what... I wonder what that's going to mean. Maybe like in terms of how the others treat each other. That like maybe if Rose's position's not, I don't know. Well, I'm just thinking about her card and like maybe seeing. Maybe I'm theorizing right now, but yeah. Oh, you're Battler. Okay, okay, Shujo. I had no idea. Welcome in, Battler. Okay, Genji. Oh, Genji. Head servant, leading all other servants who work for the Ishiramiya family, has served Kinzo longer than any other and has earned his greatest trust. Since he serves Kinzo directly, Cross and Natsui think of him as Kinzo's spy. The emphasis on Cross and Natsui in particular. I'm so interested in you, man. You're going to like. I'm so interested in Genji. I really am. I was interested in like just any of the servants and like, but I don't know. Shannon. Oh my God! I didn't even get to see. Oh, she's got like a tattoo. She looks so fabulous. A young but experienced servant, she's normally calm and performs her job flawlessly, but she messes up when she gets nervous. Furthermore, Shannon is nothing more than a pseudonym that she uses when on duty, not her real name. Okay, this... I don't know if this was mentioned earlier, because I remember Battler being like maybe confused by the name. But yeah, it's just a made-up name. I haven't really thought about it. Oh, interesting. I'll have to remember that. Canon? Okay. Oh, wow. Yeah, we get to get, like, the full portrait, so you get, like... Oh, wow. Okay. Performs his duties silently and diligently, but due to his unsociable nature, he is not so highly regarded as a servant. There are several other servants with on character in their pseudonyms. He and Shannon just happened to be the ones on duty that day. Yeah, you get to see the drip. Look at these pants. I honestly, do these match? Kinda. The socks. I honestly thought like he would like just be wearing like full, but like yeah, he's got like shorts on. I get like, he is outside quite a bit, while Shannon is inside. Okay, Goda. Yeah, he worked at a hotel, right? Servant employed as a chef. While he hasn't served the family long, he has polished talent for entertaining guests, cultivated through his previous jobs, and is highly regarded as a servant. Since he was hired by Cross and his wife, he is more trusted than those servants who have served the family longer. Oh. And has thought of as Kinzo's spies. The emphasis on the spy part again. The distrust. Oh, here my go. Go to Toshiro. Alright, okay, Kumasawa Chiyo. Oh my god, she's gonna break my brain. This elderly woman is a part-timer who has served the family for a great many years, despite quitting her job several times along the way. Oh. Shrewd and more than competent when it comes to performing her duties, but because of her chattiness and love of rumors, she is not as highly regarded as a servant. That's my go. I love her. Oh man. Wow, this is really interesting, guys. So like, I'm really like I'll if I hear a ding again, I'll make sure to like open it up. Like we're kind of like playing catch up, but like this is actually really nice to open up and kind of refresh on. And I kind of learned stuff that I really needed to. Yeah, Goda is the only one not directly hired by Kinzo. That is very interesting. And our thought of as kings of spies, yeah. Natsui and Cross do not trust Genji, basically. I wonder, like, they say spot, like, you see, like, you start to really feel it, is that they call them spies. It's a very strong thing to call them. Okay, here, we're gonna keep doing this dinner table now, though. Thanks for telling me that, guys. I genuinely would not have known. Okay, I'm gonna drink some water. Give me a sec. She hardly ever spoke with us kids, and all my memories of her involve her talking to the adults about complicated things with a scary look on her face, right? In fact, she would hardly ever exchange words. I spent a long time trying to figure out how I should approach her, though my efforts seemed to have ended in failure. Oh man, the focus on the light is so, like, I love when they when thoughts kind of like travel while like looking at some of the exterior. The silverware sat, or rather not exterior, the interior, like just like when I said exterior, just yeah, the stuff around. The silverware was sat neatly on the table, but the meal itself hadn't been brought in yet. You know like what a great example of that for me is, there was an episode in Attack on Titan. I'm not gonna spoil which one, but there's like, let's just say there's greenery, and characters are talking in like almost like a circle, and while they're talking, they like kind of focus on like the trees and like things in the horizon as they like come to terms with things that can kind of be either minor or major. I always love when like directing cuts can like do stuff like that, and I loved it in AOT. And like I'm looking at this right now, and there's like just talking about silverware here, but like it kind of commands a lot of like emotion when I think about like what that perspective is doing. As a general rule, you couldn't start a meal until the person sitting at the head of the table arrived. So as long as grandfather didn't come, lunch would be put on hold indefinitely. Yeah, it's a very wistful feeling for sure, and it's just like Shujo. It's like just watching people kind of soak things in, because like I know that I'm a person who will talk like kind of looking off at things, you know. And it's just because I'm really focusing on that one idea. Not even the appetizers would arrive. Simply put, the silence in this room was caused by our parents enduring their hunger while we waited for the grandfather to arrive. Like, okay, you know what? Like, you know what it is? It's like he he like looks up at the light after he says it ended in failure, you know? Like that, you know, is really interesting. And then he's talking again about the head and stuff. And it's just like, it's just like, you know, I'm probably, maybe to some people they think I'm overthinking it. I just really like thinking about stuff like that. Simply put, the silence in the room was caused by parents enduring the hunger while they waited for grandfather to arrive. Yeah. Just passage of time. However, the grandfather, from my memories, would always show up on time to meals like this. He was the kind of person who would never be so late that it kept everyone waiting, especially after the entire group had arrived. You're never overthinking with Umineko? I would love to hear that. Grandfather's pretty late. As far as I can remember, he was always strict about time. Well, that might have been true 6 years ago, but it hasn't been that way lately. Okay, here we go. In fact, he's off in his own little world so often that he doesn't show up at family meals. Like, you know what this is? I find this like clever exposition between like being able to explore Battler by having him recount his memory of things, and then having a character like interject to be like, "Oh no, you're different. You know, things are different. You know, not even just you were different," which I'm pretty sure is what Battler feels, but like how much that it gives us an opportunity to learn more. So I figured he'd at least come down today. Then again, I feel a lot more relaxed and happy without him. Her expression.
Jessica.
Oh. When her mother scolded her, Jessica stuck her tongue out and looked away. Oh wow, the tension between them. No way around it. Might as well wait until our host arrives. When I glanced at the clock, I saw that it was almost 12:20. Ooh, okay, 12:20. Do I write that down? Oh wait, time is going. Okay, no, a chat I learned this time. Oh, the music, the music. Oh, it's the stuff in the prologue. Ishuramiya Kinzo, the aged family head of the Ishuramiya head family. Okay, I'm opening this up right now. Oh, the biggest link. The aged head of the Ishuramiya family, brimming with energy despite being pronounced to have only a short time left to live, amassed a vast fortune, but has never made any announcement about his inheritance, which worries his children. Strongly influenced by the West and a rabid fan of the occult. Whoa. His study is packed with mysterious grimoires. Yeah, because he was, we knew that he was like reading stuff about like witches and stuff like that, right? And we know that like to the rest of them, they believe that he's seeing delusions, right? But he's a rabid fan of the occult, influenced by the West in particular, which again maybe is Beatrice, right? Where Beatrice was also considered not Japanese. Never made it an inheritance. So like we talked about inheritance, but he really did like insist that he's not going to leave them anything. All right. This man could be seen in his study. Oh, a little bit of noise there. The clock had already passed noon, but he had an attempt to rise from his seat. With his spectacles on, he built up a growing pile of books with elaborate bindings, which he then read intently. Is that the knocking at his door? He couldn't really say that he was having too much fun to stop. Rather, he filled the room with a sense of impatience, or perhaps a sense of impending danger, as though every second wasted was a tragedy. In this sealed room, a dense dust danced through the air. Oh wow, the imagery. Which was thick with the stench of chemicals. Yeah, right, this was talked about in the prologue. Is it a mix of suspicious odors? Those odors were somehow sweet and heavy. If anyone with normal nose came in here, the first thing they'd do was open a window and ventilate this room. The knocking against the study door had been going on for a while. A voice calling father sometimes mingled with the knocks. As Kinzo heaved a deep sigh, he snapped shut the old book in his hands and slammed it on the table. What was he so interested in? Then he yelled at Kraus, who was still knocking at the door. Silence! Enough with that racket, you fool! Who told you the door would be opened if you but knocked? I'll crucify the imbecile. Oh my god. Do you wish to suffer the same fate? Father, this is the day of the family conference, which happens only once a year, is it not? Everyone's gathered down below. Please come out. Cross called out his father through the door. Kinzo always shut himself up in his study, hating it when nearly anyone, even his family, entered the room. For that reason, Cross had no choice but to call him from the corridor like this. Molest me not. Just who is this everyone of which you speak? You mean the fools trying to drag me out of here? Then kill them all. Tear them apart, use their bodies for firewood, and feed them into the witch's hearth. Oh my god. Put a pot in the hearth and boil the wormwood. Force the imbeciles who dare try to lure me out of here to drink the broth of the apocalypse. Wow, his language is so loaded with his studies. And like he's just constantly trying to push everyone away, and I almost feel like he doesn't want to do that at the same time. But man, like his imagery, Jesus. I will soak in their dregs in liquor. Ah, where is Genji? Call for Genji. Have my demonic absinthe prepared. The whispering of the green fairy reaches me no longer. Oh man, he really is going through it. Oh, wow. I knew that he was like definitely like completely immersed in his like readings here, but like not, yeah, he's 100% going through it. Oh. Where is Genji? I absolutely chat, you can't tell me who is Kinzo's voice actor. I absolutely love their performance. Their performance is great. On the other side of the door, Cross, Nanjo, and Genji kept waiting for the master of the house, who stubbornly refused to come out. Oh, there's Cross! Oh, wow. He's got very sharp eyes, doesn't he? Looks like he hates me to the core. My voice didn't reach him anymore. Cross shrugged as though saying it's no use and smiled bitterly. From the beginning, he hadn't really expected his father to respond to his calls. However, since it was his duty of the eldest son, he had tried as a formality.
Kinzo-san.
Oh, Nanjo. Oh. What a nice guy. Oh, yeah, he seems really cool. He would probably be great at Dungeons and Dragons.
あんたの顔を見に息子や娘や孫たちが
Your
来てるん
sons
じゃな
and
いか
daughters and grandchildren have come to see you, have they
ちょっ
not?
と顔を見せ
Could
て
you
やっ
just
た
let
ら
them
ど
see
う
your
だね
face, if only for a short while?
うるさい黙れ
Shut up, be silent.
私に意見
You
する
dare
というか
admonish me,
なんじゃ
Nanjo.
貴様など呼んでは
I never
お
told
らぬ
anyone to get you.
私は
I told them to
源氏を呼
get
べと言ったの
Genji.
ださあ急
Now
ぎ
call for him
すぐに呼べ
immediately. Oh, Kinzo. Oh my god. I get like secondhand, like hurt listening to Kinzo talk the way he is. Especially to what we know, what Nanjo means to him.
時間は常に有限だ
Time is short. The apostles are already readying their trumpets. Why do you not understand this, you foolish sheep? Kinzo slammed an old, heavy book against the table over and over. Oh my god. That racket clearly expressed his great displeasure. Kinzo put his spectacles down and flew up from his chair. He spread his arms wide open, as if to sing to a packed opera house, as if he was appealing to someone, and yelled, Why? Why is there always something in my way? Wow. Wow. Dude, like, they weren't kidding. The energy is a lot. You know, it is very, it's drip. I feel very sad by it, Ketra. I would throw it all away. I would offer up everything, and there's only one thing I ask in repayment. Is it Beatrice? He's crying. Oh, Beatrice, if I could see your smile but one more time, I would plunder the smiles of earth and offer them all up to you. Oh my god. Oh, I don't even know. Like, just the desperation and like this like absolute like yeah, fandom that he has for Beatrice. It's like unsettling. It's like he says it with such a conviction and passion. It has to be true, right? But like it's that fine line between truth and fantasy, and like maybe I have an advantage of knowing that Beatrice is a character, but I have no idea where this story is going, and it's just really hard to see how much emotion Kinzo, who insists on being alone, still calls out for this person who I don't even know. Maybe I don't know. It's just hard. Oh, commanders of the legions of locusts, reap the smiles of earth. Whew. Guys, I don't know if you guys feel it, but I feel like my chest is heavy. My chest feels heavy. Everything is filthy. Everything is irksome. Why must I suffer this impediment on this most precious of days? Wow. Like he's like hurting himself. Oh my god. They're just like a baby, like straining their voice. Call for Genji. Cross like does not feel sad about this at all. He feels almost entertained by it. God. I have no idea what he's yelling about. He's probably lost his mind by now. Cross. Isn't it a bit hard to say such a thing to your own father? My father is already dead. Oh my god. That is I don't know, like that is very cold. Gee. There's nothing here but a phantom of what my father was. At any rate, as long as he has no intention of coming out, there's nothing we can do. Kinzo-san. Choking coughs continue to pour from the study. Oh. I'm going back downstairs. It would be a waste to let the fruits of Goda's prized cooking talent get any colder. It's one of the things our relatives can look forward to when coming to this house. Cross spun around. He looked at his watch, mumbling and acting as though he had wasted time doing something that would be in vain. Cross is really interesting. Not that I think that he's signaling a lot, but I wonder if Cross has had to adopt a certain mindset from him. I don't know, like I have a lot of like interesting thoughts about maybe where that dynamic could go, but wow. Genji-san, father is calling for you. Keep him company. Certainly. Dr. Nanjo, let's go eat. If we stay here any longer, this sweet stench will ruin the sense of taste. Yeah, and there it is, the real bitterness, right? Without waiting for Nanjo, Cross went downstairs. Genji urged Nanjo to go eat. Nanjo glanced between the study door and the... Oh, what the heck? Is there a bot? Goodbye. Wait, does that work? I'm going to kill them. Back at the ladder, disappeared down the stairs and then let out a deep sigh. Sorry, Genji-san, but allow me to leave you this in your hands. Yes, please leave it to me. Do what you can to avoid giving him alcohol. That's a habit far too difficult to break. Oh. Is Genji not here yet? Who dares keep Genji from coming? Where's Genji? Call for Genji. Please, allow me to handle the situation here. Very well. Forgive me. Nanjo bowed slightly and descended the stairs. It's really hard to be Nanjo in this as well, who is also watching someone that was very close to him lose it, you know? In whatever form that takes, you know? Oh, Genji. Genji watched him leave. Oh yeah, the eyes too. Then locked on the study door. Master. Is it Genji? Genji, why have you kept me waiting for so long? You're alone, I trust? Correct. I am alone. Oh. And I get a feeling that probably means... that probably has a dual meaning to it, right? Kinzo returned to his seat on the study and pressed on an old-fashioned switch on the table. A switch! After a small delay, the heavy sound of the door unlocking could be heard. Kinzo was convinced that his family wanted to make a mess of his study. Or perhaps someone had once opened the window for some air and ended up scattering things that, to him, were important research materials. Right. He's just constantly on edge, isn't he? Leaving him in a terrible mood. Oh, there's a light again. Kinzo had outfitted his room with a formidable lock, preventing anyone from entering without his permission, and thereby sealing himself in a jail of his own making. Genji, whom he trusted the most, was relatively free to enter the room, but even that didn't always hold. If Kinzo was in a bad mood, even Genji wouldn't be able to enter. Anyone else would be limited to holding a conversation through the door, unable to even see Kinzo's face. And at most of the time, what they could hardly be called a conversation. However, this didn't trouble the rest of the family much. After all, it wasn't worth the effort to disturb this aging family head, who was impossible to please and always stayed shut away, immersed in his research. Taking advantage of his refusal to leave his room, they supported his isolation, putting him in care entirely into the hands of the servants. Genji, my usual. I'm busy. Yes, sir. Genji headed to the corner of the study. Their suspicious-looking bottles boasting venomous colors were on display. They were actually liquor, but considering the shady atmosphere of this room, one might easily suspect them of just being ghastly poison. Interesting that Genji has the trust of Kinzo to a degree Nanjo doesn't even have. I think it could also be because Genjo doesn't try to change him and just follows his orders. No, 100%. Where, like, Nanjo is someone who has to tell him to take care of himself. That's his job. As well as, like, being close to Kinzo. Well, the servant is just, as he wanted it, furniture. These people that just do whatever he wants. And they have no reason to argue or to fight back or anything. And we saw that with Shannon, and we saw that with everybody, like how they respond. It's just yes, 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 you know. It reminds me a lot of Hunter x Hunter. Shit. Oh, yeah. I don't have like a Hunter x Hunter tally or anything, but I also think a lot about like servants and there, right? And how they probably have interests of their own, right? But like they just don't express them. It's like how they would want it. Just very strict. That's the kind of household that has these kind of like servants and people like that. In this kind of story, as well as Hunter x Hunter. Grown into the mountain, they were bizarre, ancient, and banned books, all of them either forbidden, cursed, or sealed. But if you tried to call them old books, Kinzo would fly into a rage and say, call them grimoires. There was also many mysterious objects that presumably held some meaning with regards to black magic, like candles suspiciously melted and molded into strange shapes. Really? The constellations drawn on a certain celestial globe contained quite a few shapes that would draw puzzled looks from anyone familiar with today's night sky. Carelessly, though, strewn about books contain many illustrations, all of them religious or mysterious nature. Oh, sorry, something just popped up on my screen. Okay. All of them mysterious nature, including some depicting demonically grotesque subjects and bizarre diagrams of various magic circles. And above all, a sweet, poisonous smell filled the room, profoundly assaulting the eyes and noses of those who entered for the first time. Eventually, it must surely make a person go numb and lose their grip on reality. Inside that study, Genji prepared Kinzo's usual drink with a well-trained hand. No one would even think of drinking as a ominous dark green liquid in these complex, ornate glass unless someone first told them it was alcohol. He poured a little into the glass. Then he placed a cube of sugar in a strangely shaped spoon and poured water from the pitcher over it. Strangely, when the transparent water was poured, the dark green liquid turned a cloudy white. Oh. It was a strange optical illusion, as though the water had caused a chemical reaction and made the drink become even more unrecognizable as liquor. What? An optical illusion? Maybe something more? I don't know if that maybe that really is like a real stretch, but like I'm really thinking about it, because they've really like talked about emphasizing the poison of the alcohol, or like, you know, seeing the relationship, like, which like really emphasizes it between him and Kinzo. But like this like whole reaction that it's having too is very fascinating. Oh, I have no idea. Then Genji added an original flavors Kinzo loved, fine-tuning its taste. There was no recipe. Its success was measured only by Kinzo's mood swings when he drank it. Oh, really? And it had taken Genji many decades to learn how to do it right. Genji placed the glass on a tray and walked over to Kinzo. By this time, Kinzo was gazing out the window. Here, master. Whoa. Thank you. Kinzo had regained his composure. It was now unrecognizable as the shouting, screaming, yelling man from a few moments ago. It's a sight I'm sure Genji has seen multiple times, over and over again for so long. Looking at this man from behind as he tilted his glass and gazed down at the scenery beyond the window, he projected a sense of dignity and intelligence. To allow Kinzo to set his glass down at any time, Genji motionlessly waited behind Kinzo, to his left, as though he were a living sideboard. Yup, the furniture. Yep. Then without averting his eyes from the window, Kinzo held out his glass. There was only a mouthful remaining. It was not a gesture intended to set it upon the tray, but a motion to hand the glass over to Genji. Drink. My friend. His friend! Wow. Your words are too kind for me. Oh, their relation, like... It's like what you were saying, Ketra, where it's like... the sideboard next to him, that is his only friend. It's very classic and almost intentional of like men who will literally objectify people, as well as like have these relationships with alcohol and like drinks and substance and stuff like that, and give them names and stuff like that too, right? It's very almost it's not a story that's like unfounded in reality, not too much at all. No need for ceremony between us. Drink, my friend. Thank you. Genji respectfully received the glass and inclined it a little to taste its contents. After that, he gulped it down. I attempted to imitate your concoction, but no matter how I try, I cannot replicate the taste.
お前が作る方がうまい
The way you make it is pure relish.
ありがとうございます。
Thank you very much.
親方様のご指導の
It's the fruit of your guidance, Master. Kinzo smiled at his loyal subject who refused to put aside rank even when asked to. However, he was not making fun of him. His smile was relaxed, as though he was chuckling at a close old friend, unshakable habit. Oh, Kinzo's loneliness, man. His loneliness is so... It's just like, it's dense, you know?
互いに置いたな
We have grown old together.
年を
I
数え
stopped
ること
counting the
も
years
忘
long
れて
ago.
すでに久しい
今日まで
It is
過ごすことを
entirely
お
thanks to
許
you,
しい
Master,
た
that I
だ
have
け
been
た
able to live like this until today. Kinzo gave a faint smile, as if to say he didn't need any flattery. Until now, you have served me exceedingly well.
本当によく私に仕えてくれた息子たちは
My
誰もが
sons
私
call
を
me
変人呼ばわり
eccentric.
した大勢い
The
たしよう
servants
に
were
も皆
once-
私を恐れてやめていった
Have many have all quit in fear of me.
お前だけが
Only you
今
serve
で
me,
も私
even
に仕
now.
えてくれる
もったいないお言葉です。
Your words are far more than I deserve.
私の嫁
My life will
も
not
そう
last
長
much
くはある
longer.
まい
It's very interesting thinking about how I almost wonder if Kinzo himself sees himself as a servant, you know? And that like there's this like interesting relatability maybe between the idea that duty and like someone that he can just talk to who doesn't like argue, sure. But I wonder if like that seeps into maybe his fondness for Genji at the same time, of just like that unconditionally. Maybe he really sees himself in the same way, in the way that he fandoms over Beatrice. It's like in my head, and I'm only really thinking out loud. In my head, there's two servants sitting side by side with each other right now. My sons are vultures, lazily waiting for my inheritance to fall into their hands. Kraus is a fool who squanders money like water, who throws away 2 gold coins to obtain 1. And then he has the gall to claim that he's earned money. Eva is a slave to money, who thinks of me as a mere chicken. When I die, she plans to use my bones to make a broth. He's going through that again. That dunce Rudolph just wants to fool around with the women. Oh wow, all these judgment calls on everybody. Rosa bore the baby of a man who came from nowhere and about whom we know nothing. Jessica is incompetent and uneducated. Oh, he's crying again. He's just so upset about his legacy. Oh my god, this is fascinating, man. Like, he's not just like mad and like, oh, it's, like he is that, but man, it's just he's so vulnerable about it. George has none of what it takes to be a man. Battler is a fool who threw away the honor of the Ushuramiya family. Wow, threw away the honor of the Ushuramiya family. That's how he sees it? Wow, oh my god. And Maria is obscene to the eye. Oh my god. Kinzo. Oh my god, man. Why is the Ushuramiya blood so incompetent? To know when worthy to inherit the glory I built? I know, this is part of Beatrice's curse. I know it. Oh, the Beatrice getting slid right in there, right? I get the impression, and I don't know if I've ever said it out loud, but it's something that maybe, like, I feel like most of you have either felt or it's pretty obvious of, like, what I'm feeling. But, like, yeah, you know, it's the whole deal with the devil thing that, like, I think about with Beatrice, that, like, his idea of actually making a deal with Beatrice is what's led him to his fortune, but also maybe, you know, in his way, his doom, his loneliness or something, you know. I can't tell. I know it's how you golden witch, are you trying to take revenge against me in this way? If you want to hate me, then do so. If you want to run away, then run. I won't let you go. 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 Oh my god, man. You belong to me. You will always be in my arms for all my life. You must stay in my birdcage for all eternity, whispering only to me. Wow. Okay, well that is a very obvious draw, isn't it? Oh. Jesus, man, Kenzo. Why won't you smile back at me? The ownership mixed with, like, the desperation, the control. Oh, honestly, now that I'm thinking about it, maybe this actually does play into what I was talking about of the women being lower than the men inherently. That, like, that's a ranking system built from, like, Kinzo. And it's because he doesn't want to lose someone like Beatrice again, or like that men should have control over them, but Beatrice doesn't let herself get controlled. And that bothers Kinzo a lot. Oh, man. Oh my god, man. The performance is so fucking good. It is so pathetic and sad. He's like dying, like he's getting killed. Oh my god. After howling, Kinzo choked once again. Genji set the tray and glass down and rubbed his master's back. Genji's facial expression did not change. It was always like this. Yeah, it's very harrowing how the fanaticism is mixed with, like, this, like, horrible, like, means of I want to control you and own you and, like, have only ownership over you. Like, to have, like, almost like a reverse power dynamic maybe between him and Beatrice of, like, you will bend to me, you know? It's both romantic, bitter, and toxic, crazy. Yeah, I'm very interested in Beatrice. If there's any, I don't know if it was obvious earlier, if there's any character I have the most interest in is Battler, and Beatrice. Those are, like, my two. Those are the two. Where I'm interested in everybody, but especially them. Thank you, my friend. When a seemingly deranged fit subsided, Kinzo regained his composure once again. It was like seeing two different people, a wild Kinzo and a composed Kinzo, living together inside one body.
故に
And so,
私は決心した
I have decided,
このままぼやききった
and I
余生を
cannot
怠
bear
慢
to
に
spend
過
my
ごすこと
dimmed
など
remaining years
もはや
procrastinating
耐えら
like
れは
this.
せん
Oh,
この身に
if I have one
最
final
後に
coin to
達する
bet,
コイン
then
が
I
あ
choose
る
to
ならば
abandon the whims
それは悪魔
of the
たちのル
demon's
ーレット
roulette.
に託してみたい魔法の
The
力
power of
はい
magic
つ
is
も
always
かける
determined by the
リス
risk
クで
of the
決まる
gamble.
日本古来の
Like
呪術で
visiting
あ
a
る
shrine
牛の
at the
国
hour
参り
of
が
the
そうで
ox,
ある
an ancient Japanese sorcery to nail a cursed doll to a tree.
7日間儀式を目
Magic
撃さ
power
れ
is
てはなら
produced
ないというリス
specifically
クを
because
支
of the
払
risk
うか
that
ら
it will
こ
be
そ
seen within the
魔
7
力
days of
が
the
宿
curse
る
takes. I love how like candid and straightforward he is about this information. He says it like as if he was like explaining how to make a pancake, you know? Just simple formula.
困難なリスクが
The
生じ
greater
れ
the
ば
risk,
生じる
the
ほ
stronger
ど
the
に魔
magic
力
power
は
will
強
be.
く生じるのだ。神話に
Many
登場す
miracles
る
that
数
happened in my
々の
myth
奇跡
might
は
be called the
天文学
crystallization
的
of
知識
shocking
に奇
magic
跡
power
な低確
with a
率
low
を得て
probability
成
of
就
occurrence
した
and
超
astronomical
額すべ
risk.
き魔力の結晶なのだと言える。モーゼが海を渡
That
ったのは
Moses
神の
parted
奇
the
跡
waters
で
of the
は
sea was
な
not a
い。
miracle of God.
蹂躙の
The
計り
risk
に
of
乗
that
せられ
desperation
軍勢によ
situation
って
cornered
航海に追い
by
詰め
soldiers
ら
of the
れ
Red
た
Sea shores,
絶対
weighed
絶
upon
命
the
のリ
scales
ス
of
クが
slaughter
奇跡
and
の
gave
魔
birth と
力を
that
生んだのだ。
miraculous magic power. Wow. Wow, the you know what? Okay. For all my I don't even know. I don't even know if it's real. But you know, I think about the stuff that he's saying, and I think a lot, at least allegorically or parallel wise, to like material that I would hear on the new sound by Jordy Green, of like that like romanticized idea of just like struggle, in like how that will reap the most rewards, like and like please like I must admire that. That's the only cause of growth, is to basically be a cornered rat in his eye.
The
same thing occurred again on the same scale. The sea would surely fail to part. After all, Moses was able to magnificently summon a miracle engraved on but one of the countless, innumerable results of the roulette of those with power. The roulette, like, oh, that is so fascinating. The gamble, like to think about all this stuff as like a risk of fate or something. That it's all chance, it's all just chaos theory, you know? That is the force that can triumph over astronomical odds. Indeed, good fortune can grasp miracles and magical power itself. Oh. I mean, yeah, they're making it very obvious with how Kinzo feels. But, like, even his mindset is so stoked in wealth, in, like, greed, and, like, honestly, it's a little bit like kind of like capitalism. I feel like maybe some people are laughing, but like, it really is like a capitalist, an exaggerated capitalist dream almost, isn't it? Oh my god. To obtain this mighty power, one must face the risk of despair. For those possessing no magical power may call that desperation rather than a bet. However, people who truly possess magic power can grasp hold of that miracle and make the enigma come into being. And if that power exists within me, I'll seize that miracle. I'll have the chance of making the wish I devoted my life towards come true. Kinzo looked up to the sky outside the window. He spread his arms as if appealing to someone up to the sky. He keeps doing this, of like spreading his arms out as if he's giving himself like pure devotion every time. If only we were capable of grasping that miracle. It's always every single time it's about Beatrice, he spreads his arms out. He does it every time. Oh man. Show me that lovely smile once more. That is all. I'll return everything you granted me. I'll return all the glory I've gained since that day. I don't need fortune, prestige, or gold. I'll return everything you gave me. Whew, oh my god. The mix of like his wealth and like how numb he's come to his wealth, while also believing that the only way that he could possibly get better is to keep chasing that gamble once more. That like he hasn't made it. He's like a guy who's made it far more than all those flowers that have wilted. He's done very, very well, but it's not enough. He's still very immensely alone. And he just given into this fanaticism, this occult. Oh, wild. Beatrice! I love his voice, man. It's so good. His nonsensical yells became a scream and then a wail. Kinzo slumped to the floor, tearing at it with both hands. Genji had no choice but to wordlessly watch over his master's lamentations. Okay. Oh, Jesus. Hello. Okay, we're back at the dinner. Well, ladies and gentlemen, the family head's health is not at its best. Oh, and like the rise that he gets out of saying that. He seemed extremely sad not to be able to share lunch with you all, now that you have gathered for the event that occurs but once a year. Goda, let the lunch begin. Certainly, I shall begin today's luncheon. Oh my god. Now knowing the relationship about the spies and stuff, I look at Goda very differently now. It's very interesting. Dr. Nanjo, is father's condition really that bad? Couldn't he have at least let us see his face? It's more of a problem of mood than physical condition. Other for that, there is no medicine I can prescribe. Here, talking about his mood again? You gotta be kidding me. We took time out of our schedules during this damn busy autumn season just to come and find out how he's doing. And now he's... Huh. You should be happy, Rudolph. You now know how he's doing. Or what? Would you rather take my place and try to persuade all ill-mannered father to come join us? A little bit of taunting. Are you kidding? Rudolph shrugged. Apparently, though, Rudolph was willing to indignant. Oh, that word is hard for me. at how self-centered his father's was. He wasn't particularly disappointed as he spared a face-to-face meeting.
夕食までにはその機嫌治りそうなの？
Does it seem like his mood will improve before dinner?
クロス兄さん。
そんなことは
I have
知ら
no
んよ。
idea.
親父殿に直接
If you
聞い
want
て
to
みる
know that, you should ask him directly.
もっとも
Although I
声を
think
かけない
his
方
mood
が
will
機嫌
improve
の治り
faster
は
if
早
we
いと思
don't
う
bother him.
源氏さんだけだよ。
Genji-san,
じい様の
the
機嫌
only
を直せる
one
のは
who can get grandfather out of a funk.
情けないぜ。
It's pretty pathetic though,
自分の親の機
making
嫌
the
を
servants
使用
deal with
に
your
直
own
させるんだ
parents'
から
bad
ね。
mood.
ジェシカ
Oh, you know, she's kind of spitting though. Like that's like she's kind of implying what was said earlier, which is that the servants reinforce his loneliness more, right?
余計なことは言わなくていい。
Jessica, don't speak out of turn. She planned for her complaint to be heard only by her cousins, but it had reached even Crass's ears. Scolded, Jessica scowled and turned away sulking.
機嫌がうんぬんってことは
If he's as cranky as they make him
病状はそん
sound,
な悪くないん
he
じゃ
can't
な
be
いの
that terribly sick, right?
元気がないってんな
I
らと
mean,
もか
they're
く
saying he's in a bad
機
mood.
嫌が悪いって
Not
の
that
は
he's got no energy,
少なくとも気は
which
し
at
っか
least
りしてる
proves
証
that
拠
he
だ
has his
ぜ
wits about him.
おじい様は特に強い気力を
Oh,
お
and
持
then
ちだから
George.
ね。
It's because grandfather has especially strong willpower. George is really fascinating with the way that like he talks about Kinzo at times. Like he has like an admiration for him that is quite surprising, knowing what Kinzo's state is.
でも
However, that
体
doesn't
が
necessarily mean
必
his
ずしも
body
それに
will
伴
be
え
able
る
to
とは
keep
限
up.
らないよ。
Oh, and George thinks about that.
去年からずっと
Since last year, they keep saying that he has
3
3 months left.
最初の診断が
If the
正しい
initial
なら
diagnosis was correct,
おじい様は気
grandfather
力
has
だけ
been
で治めら
prolonging
れて
his
るって
life
ことに
by
なる。
willpower alone. Oh, is that true? Oh, okay. That's actually a really juicy piece of information. Did he? He's prolonging his life. It's right for us to worry about him. Lunch started with the family's heads still empty. The man who should be sitting there had already grown old. And the brilliant glory which rebuilt the Ishiramiya family in the span of a single lifetime was being forgotten. I really like the prose is like really nice. Like I am seeing it, guys, where especially when they were like talking about devotion and like the mood swings, like I actually really do see some of the weakness of like repetitive parts, but even to me, like I like kind of witnessing it as a reader of like just like how his mood swings kind of went in and out. I was seeing some lines get definitely like talked about even from Battler's perspective about the wine or the alcohol and stuff, but for the most part I'm able to like overlook it or at least like get by it because I'm still really digging like the actual material itself, and like the actual wordage that they use is just really really good at times. Just like being forgotten, you know, like that is very much clarity, and I think like it's almost explained in like a way that maybe is similar to like Sangatsu no Lion, where a lot of things end up getting kind of like just spelled out. But even then, even while things are getting spelled out in the way they are, like here, I am still like fascinated by the mystery and like how much time we spend with these thoughts that are just like ruminating and like spiraling, you know? Like we spend a considerable amount of time really feeling the whiplash that Kinzo was going through, you know? Maybe like some lines are definitely repeated even from prologue, which, you know, maybe it's not the sharpest, but like I think is still really strong, you know, especially this far in. That is a really interesting, like, what was it? Oh, what did they say? Let me see. Actually, it was 3 months left. Yeah, and then the willpower and the magic. Yeah, Ketra. That's exactly right. I was thinking, you know, maybe magic, willpower. It's doing exactly what it just alluded to, of being able to be like truth. What is it? Fantasy and like the difference. I forget what the exact wordage was, but like, yeah, fantasy, truth, like how it's muddied. So is it willpower? Is it magic? Is Beatrice actually there? Is she not? I find that really fascinating. Even though I have some advantage, I'm still like, I almost feel gaslit, or like I'm questioning the legitimacy of the character even with some knowledge. It's really, really good. I like this a lot, guys. I don't know. Okay. Oh, really ended there. Okay. All right. Time went by. Guys, I'm going to actually call it there, because I do not have all the time tonight to just keep playing more. I have a very early shift tomorrow, so I am going to stop it. No break. But yeah, guys, it was really fun. This has been an awesome time so far. Thanks again to all the subs and for the people who came out. Did I solve the mystery yet? Yes, I did. I learned that Battler's a freak. It's fun to see someone enjoying this story so much this early in. It takes most people a while to get into it. Yeah, I was saying that earlier. I am surprised that people are maybe not cold, but like really almost unenthusiastic about the earlier parts of this stuff, because I genuinely am really interested in like the tiny bits of foundation and like character drama and like just general writing, like the way that they talk and like the atmosphere and the music. Like this like project is really, really good so far, and the illustrations just like really beautiful. There's some interesting bits of directing, and I don't know, like I'm having like a really good time, so I don't know. Thank you all so much, guys, for joining in on it. The next stream for this, I don't know. I'm not entirely sure when I'll be able to stream it again. I'm hoping maybe if it's not a music stream on Wednesday, I'm thinking maybe Thursday this week. I'm hoping I can like maybe stream Umineko again, or honestly I might just debate all of you, and like on Tuesday I might just stream because I'm just so interested in the story, and like I'll be tired, but like we'll rock it. It'll depend on how I'm feeling Tuesday, but we'll see. But yeah, guys, it was awesome. Thank you all so much. If you guys wanna, I do have a Discord. You can join that. I do yap there a bit. I have my media list and everything that I still have to update, but I'm gonna try my best. Socials, everything. You can see anywhere. Here, let me like hit the socials. Was it just social? Oh, I'm crazy. It's just socials. I don't even know my own prompts. You guys can also unsub. Don't worry. Okay, but yeah, thank you all so much, guys, and I'll see you in the next one. Music stream, if you are a musicer, that'll be sometime. That might be the next one, but we'll see. Unsub! I've never seen that. Unsub! Oh my god. That's like something you announce to everybody. Oh man. Yeah, thank you all so much, guys, and I'll see y'all later. And again, VOD watchers, it will be on YouTube, so you can look for it there. Alright guys, I'll see you later. Bye bye, and take care. Make sure to brush your teeth.